Good morning, children. Again, we are continuing the same topic, Chapter 2, Polynomials. Yesterday, we have learned about what is a polynomial, what are the conditions for an expression to be a polynomial, right? Again, we have learned about the terms, coefficients, and constant. Different terms related to the polynomials we have learned yesterday. Now, today's class, we are going to learn about classification of polynomials. How we can classify the polynomials? There are two types of the polynomials. There are two methods of classifying the polynomials are there. The first one is based on terms that we have already studied in 8th class. That is and another criteria is that based on degree. That we'll learn later. The first one we will go through the what you have learned already, that is based on terms. Based on terms, we have names we have already studied. First one is monomial, then binomial, then trinomial, then polynomial. Now based on degree, that is the topic new you have to study here. Then based on degree, we can classify the polynomials as linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, biquadratic polynomial. One by one we can learn slowly, right? So the first one is classification of the polynomial based on terms. We will go first. Monomial. Polynomials having only one term. Polynomials having only one term. See the example, it's very clear to you. Now the first example is 2x, only one term. Again only 2, again it is only one term. Now 5x cube, again only one term. Minus 5, x raised to 50, one term only. 1 by 2, y raised to 8. Again root 2, u raised to 100. We are not adding any term to these terms for getting the second term. There is no second term for us. Now we are having only one term. So polynomials having only one term, we can call it as a monomial. Next, binomial. Polynomials having two terms. Now see the example x plus 1. X is the first term, 1 is the second term. So two terms are there. So it is called a polynomial with two terms and the name is binomial. Now the second example, I will go x square minus x. What is the first term? X square. What is the second term? X. So again you are getting two terms. So we can say it is also binomial. Y raised to 30 plus 1. What is y raised to 30? That is the first term and 1 is the second term. So we are having two terms here. So it is also called as a binomial. The last example, u raised to 35 minus u. In terms of u it is. So first term is u raised to 35. The second term is u. So it is an example for binomials. Suppose we are having any like terms x plus 1, then the like term to be simplified, that means 2x plus 1, and then the result to be written. For taking you have to take this point very well. When like terms are there in the question, then you should simplify, then count the terms and then give the names. Then the next term is trinomial. Polynomials having three terms. A polynomial is having three terms. See the example, x plus x square plus root 2. How many terms are there? 3. How it is? The first term is x here, second term is x square and third term is the number. So three terms are there, then it is not in a descending order. Still you can count easily. The three terms are there. So we can call it as a trinomial. Second example, 1 plus x cube. 1 is the first term here, x is the second term and x cube is the third term. So this is also an example for trinomial. Y raised to 44 plus y raised to 8 plus y. How many terms are there? 3 terms. So what is the name of the polynomial? Trinomial. So when we are adding the terms one by one and we are getting 3 terms, then the result will be a trinomial. Here we are not thinking about y raised to 44, the power and all. We are just seeing the terms. We are just seeing the terms and count them and then we are writing them. Any like terms are there, you should simplify and write the terms. Write the name of the polynomial. So classification of the polynomial based on terms is the first part. based on terms is the first point. So what are the names? The monomial, binomial, trinomial. Now a polynomial having more than 3 terms, then what is the name will be? It is generally called it as a polynomial only. If a polynomial is having more than 3 terms, then what is the name to be given? It is just a polynomial only. So monomial, binomial, trinomial having 3 specific names are there. After that, it is a general term. We can call them any polynomial as a polynomial only. If it is having 4 term, if it is having 10 term, then also we will call it as a polynomial only. So the classification of the polynomial based on terms is over. Just I want to remind you the terms once again repeating. I am repeating. What are the terms? Monomial, binomial, trinomial, and more than 3 means it is just a polynomial only. So all this is the first one that you have already learned in the 8th class. Just a recap of that. Now degree of the polynomial. We told that second method of classification of the polynomial is based on the degree. Degree word is there. What is meant by degree there? What is meant by degree means we should see this one, the sentence. The highest power of the variable in a polynomial is called degree of the polynomial. The highest power of the variable in a polynomial is called the degree of the polynomial. Very important one for this chapter. So examples we can see, then we can understand clearly. So the first example is 3x raised to 7 minus 4x raised to 6 plus x plus 9. What is the highest power of the x? I repeat, what is the highest power of the x? Naturally it is 7 only. 3x raised to 7. What is the highest what is the power of the x there? 7. Minus 4x raised to 6. What is the power there? It is 6. And x only, what is the power there? 1. So you can see that 7, 6, 1. Then which is the highest power? 7. So the degree of this polynomial equal to 7. Degree of this polynomial equal to 7. How to find out this one? Find out the highest power of the variable. Find out the highest power of the variable. After finding that, you write that is called the degree. So how to conclude? Degree of p of x equal to 7. So the first example is over. We will move to the second. 5y raised to 6 minus 4y square minus 6. Tell me which is the highest power? Yes, 6 only. So we can tell what is the degree of this polynomial. It is 6 only. The highest power of the variable equal to 6. Therefore degree equal to 6 only. Now see that one. This time we have written that 5y raised to 6 minus 4y square minus 6. So it is an algebraic expression in terms of y variable, right? So the name will be p of y equal to 6. Similarly, the third one, 2x raised to 9 minus 7. See, highest power is what? 9. So what is the degree there? That is also 9. So when we are telling the degree means you should see the highest power of the variable. At the same time, the highest power of the variable is a 0 coefficient, means that will not be considered. The next one we have to go. Now the last example, 6x raised to 11 minus x minus 11. 6x raised to 11 minus x minus 11. Then tell me what is the highest power here? The highest power is 11. So the degree of this p of x equal to 11. So degree, based on the degree only the classification to be done. I think you understood now what is the degree, the highest power of the variable in a polynomial. Highest power of the variable in a polynomial is called degree of the polynomial. One more example is there, 100t raised to 10. Highest power of the variable equal to 10. So the degree of p of t equal to 10. So it is the variable is t only. So they changed the name p of x to p of t. P of t is p of t equal to 10. That means degree. Degree we are talking. Degree of p of t equal to 10 only. Now we have studied what is a degree. Now the next classification we can go, that is classification of polynomials based on degree. The degree word is very familiar with you now. What is the degree of the polynomial? You understood very well. That is the highest power of the variable. So classification of the polynomial based on the degree only. Next we are going to learn. Now see the example 4x plus 5. What is the highest power of the x? 1. So this type of the 1 means the highest power of the variable is 1, then it is called a linear polynomial. Now see the second example 2y. What is the highest power of the y? 1 only. T plus root 5. What is the highest power of the t here? That is also 1. 2 minus u. What is the highest power of the u? That is also 1. This type of the polynomial is called a linear polynomial. So a polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. What is the standard form? Ax plus b, where a and b are constants and a not equal to 0. A not equal to 0 is a must one. A not equal to 0. Suppose a equal to 0, what will happen? Ax remains 0. A equal to 0 if you have taken, Ax remains 0. The term is not existing, and then it changed to b. B means any constant, so the degree will change. That is why a not equal to 0 to be written when the standard form is asked. So a polynomial of degree 1 is called as a linear polynomial. Next examples you see 2x square plus 5, then 5x square plus 3x minus 7, then x square comma x square minus 1 by 5 1 by 5x. Now if you check all the terms, the first term the highest power is 2, the second term it is having 3 terms, still the power is 2 only. X square is a single term, then the power is 2 only. Again the next x square minus 1 by x 1 by 5x, that is also the power is 2 only. So all these examples having the highest power is 2. The highest power is 2. So such type of the polynomials are called a quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called as a quadratic polynomial. What is the standard form? If you understood the linear polynomial standard form, then it is easily also you can understand ax square plus bx plus c. The highest power is 2 only. A and b are constants and a not equal to 0. This is the condition. Now the polynomial of degree 2 is there. So such polynomials are called quadratic polynomial. When you are writing the standard form, the conditions to be specified, that is a and b are integers and also a not equal to 0. Now the next point means we can easily see the example, then we can understand, that is 4x cube. So what is the highest power? 3 only. 6x cube minus x. What is the highest power there? 3 only. 2x cube plus 4x square minus 6x minus 7. What is the highest power there? That is also 3. So such type of the examples are having the degree. That means the highest power of the variable is 3. So what we can conclude here? It is also an example for a trinomial. That means a polynomial of degree 3 is called as a trinomial. Now if you understood the standard form of a quadratic, cubic also you can write easily. This time we have to start with the cube form. Ax cube plus bx square plus c. Ax cube plus bx square plus c. So ax cube plus bx square plus c, along with the condition a and b are constants and a not equal to 0. So the condition is clear to you, then we can understand easily what are the names there: linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial. These 3 names are mentioned in the textbook, so you have to learn these 3 names thoroughly. What are the names? Linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. When the degree is 1, then it is called a linear polynomial. When the degree is 2, then it is called as a quadratic polynomial. Then degree is 3, then we can call it as a cubic polynomial. When you are going for the classification based on the degree, that time we will not consider how many terms are there. Understood? When you are doing the classification of the polynomials based on degree, that time we are not considering how many terms are there. We are considering or thinking or calculating only about the highest power of the variable. Based on that only we can say that which type of the polynomial. So when you are learned, if you remember, for example, naming, how the name has to be given for triangles, based on sides also you had given, based on angles also you had given. Remember that point? When triangle case you had taken based on sides as well as based on angles we have used for naming the triangles. Now this time we are classifying the polynomial also. We are considering in a two way. One is based on terms that you have already learned last year. Now this year you are learned the new concept based on degree. What is the degree? The highest power of the variable. Now the degree is 1, then the linear polynomial. Degree is 2, then it is a quadratic. Then the degree is 3, then it is a cubic polynomial. Remember carefully all the things, read it and practice it. Now just I want to remind the standard form of a polynomial. How to write a standard form of a polynomial? P of x equal to a n x raised to n plus a n minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus etc plus a2 x square plus etc plus a2 is a naught, where a naught, a1, a2 etc n are constants and a n not equal to 0 and the exponents are non-negative integers. So now you understood a n not equal to 0, why you are specifying first coefficient is never equal to 0, so that the highest power remains the same. Now one standard form of a polynomial, let us see. 5x raised to 4 minus x cube plus x square minus 10x plus 2. See the descending order of x. The first it was 4, then it came 3, then it is came 2, then 1, then 0. So all the terms are present. This is called the standard form. All the terms are present, then it is called as a standard form. In case any term is absent, you can make the coefficient as 0 and all. Now the next point is that, see, if you know this one, the next point is that suppose we are having only 7. It is a constant, right? 7 equal to 7x raised to 0. That means 7 into 1. There is no change in the value, same value only, but we are expressing 7 as a polynomial. So it is 7x raised to 0. Minus 5, if you take minus 5 equal to minus 5x raised to 0. Again it is also a polynomial form. Now my question is that what is the highest power of this polynomial? It is 0 only, so the degree equal to 0. What is the highest power of this polynomial? It is 0, so the degree of this particular polynomial is 0 only. The degree of a constant polynomial is 0. The degree of a constant polynomial is 0. What is the degree of a constant polynomial? It is 0. So when we are telling the highest power of a variable, that is called a degree. Respectively you learned 1, 2, 3 is possible, 0 also possible. If it is 0, the degree of a polynomial is 0, then we can understand that it is a constant polynomial, just a number only. We can understand that it is just a number, or we can say that constant Now 0 polynomial. What is the meaning of 0 polynomial? You understood what is a constant polynomial now, just a number only. 2, 5, 3, root 2, root 1, 1 by 2, like that. If you are writing that, all called a constant polynomial. In case that constant polynomial is becoming 0, in case the constant polynomial is becoming 0, then it is called a 0 polynomial. Suppose p of x equal to 0. P of x equal to 0, we can write as p of x equal to 0 x raised to n. That means the highest power is n here. Now I want to change as a 0 as 0x raised to 4 plus 0x cube plus 0x square. We have changed 0 as 0x raised to 4, 0 plus 0x cube plus 0x square. Now the question is that what is the highest power of the variable here? 4. That means the degree of this particular polynomial is 4, whereas all the coefficients are 0 only. We know that the 0 and x raised to 4, finally you are going to get a 0 only. We are writing 0 as 0x raised to 4 plus 0x raised to 3 plus 0x square, right? So all these coefficients we are getting 0 and the highest power is 4 only. Now see that I want to change in some other way of the same 0. Same 0 I am writing as 0x raised to 7 plus 0x raised to 5 plus 0x raised to 3 plus 0. So what is the conclusion now we are getting? 0 can be written with any power, right? So what is the highest power here in this example? The highest power is 7. So the degree is 7 here. The highest power is 7, so the degree is also 7. Previous example we told degree is 4 only for the same 0. Now we are telling that a degree is 7 only. Now we can go for one more examples also. P of x equal to 0x raised to 9 plus 0x cube plus 0x square plus 0. So all these examples if you consider, you are getting the final result as a 0 only. So the present two examples, so what is the highest power? 9, and the next example 0x raised to 10 plus 0x raised to 8 plus 0x raised to 7. What is the highest power there? That is also 10. So 9 and 10 are the highest powers here. So 1 0 only we have used and we got different degrees. So 0 polynomial can take any degree. 0 polynomial can take any degree. Now so what is the constraint? This type of the polynomial is called a 0 polynomial and its degree cannot be defined. What is the conclusion from this one? The degree cannot be defined because it can take any degree. Somebody wants to write in terms of highest power is 7, they can start with the 7. Somebody wants to write a 0 as with the highest power is 4, they can write with the 4. You can see that slide and we can understand that 0 can be expressed in many ways, and the powers, highest power, that is the degree, can be varied from one problem to another, one algebraic expression to another equations. So what we can say that the 0 polynomial can take any. Now problems based on today's topic. Classify the following as linear, quadratic, cubic polynomial. Linear means what is the degree? 1. Quadratic means what is the degree? 2. Cubic means what is the degree? 3. Now the first example is 3x plus 7. What is the degree here? It is 1. So the answer is linear. 5x square plus 7. What is the degree here? Highest power means degree. What is the degree here? 2. So what is the name? Classify polynomial is quadratic. U square minus 5 by 2 u plus 1. So again you tell me what is the highest power? 2. Again what is the name for that polynomial? Quadratic. 2t cube plus 4t square plus 5t plus 7. What is the highest power here or degree? It is 3. So its name is cubic. Classify linear, quadratic and cubic polynomial means we have to see that what is the highest power. So based on that we can say that which type of the polynomial. 3x plus 7 highest power is 1. So it is a linear. 5x square plus 7 highest power is 2. Again it is a quadratic. U square minus 5 by 2 u plus 1. Again the highest power is 2. So it's a quadratic. 2t cube plus 4t square plus 5t plus 7. So what is the highest power? 3. So its name is cubic. Now write the degree of each of the following polynomials. 4x cube minus 3x raised to 4 plus 9. What is the highest power here? So highest power is 5. So the degree is 5. 3 minus 2y square. Second example. 3 minus 2y square plus 5y cube minus 2y raised to 8. Which is the highest power now? For y it is 8. So the degree is 8. Now 3. 3 means 3x raised to 0. 3 means 3x raised to 0. What is the degree? The 0. Now 4y plus 1. What is the highest power of the y? 1 only. So the degree is also equal to 1. I repeat. 4x cube minus 3x raised to 4 plus 9. What is the highest power? It is 5. So the degree is also 5. Now the second example, the highest power is 8. So degree is 8. See, here you cannot see any x there. That means x raised to 0 is there for the third example. So the highest power is 0. Fourth example, the power of the y is 1, so its degree is also equal to 1. We have studied linear, quadratic and cubic. Then we have studied about degree. These are the points we have to remember for this one. So today's topic, we have to summarize what we have learned. So first one is classification of the polynomials based on terms and based on degree. Next is zero polynomial. The number 0 is called the zero polynomial. These are the points we have studied today. Just go through the topics once again and complete your classwork what we are giving in this slide. That is your classwork only. Thank you.